not color, it's culture. But there are cultural differences. I know, you know, we all know what it is with a cultural difference, not just a color difference.
God, we supposed to build, not destroy. We true and living. Don't add on to the genocide, T.O.D. Get back on your square. That's what I did. I found the niche.
Peace family, how you all doing? My name is Keisha. I'm the owner of Ascendant Astrology, and I am your astrology coach. Today, I'm going to be giving my interpretation of Uranus in the sign of Leo. These won't be that long because Uranus is a generational planet, and it doesn't typically equate to personal astrology, much like the personal planets do, because Uranus is a lot further away from the Earth, and so we don't feel it as much as the personal planets. It takes 84 years for Uranus to go around the entire zodiac and spend 7 years in each sign. Uranus is a new way of looking at things. It's originality, inventions, computers, really any kind of technology, devices, social media platforms, but in general, cutting edge technology and future events, science, electricity, rebellion, revelation, and dictators. And Leo is the ruler of the fifth house. It's ruled by the sun, which makes this person completely egoic, and very unapologetic about their ego. God bless their hearts, okay? But these people can also feel very powerful, and that's why they act that way. The sun is, is literally shining a light on Uranus, you know what I'm saying? And so it's a big energy. And the fifth house rules fun, play, love, dating, and romance. And when you put Uranus here, it makes it very erratic, different, weird, awkward. Somebody who is going to do these types of things in very unique, eccentric kind of ways. I equate this to people who might like clubbing, maybe even heavy drugs, or they're just really good partiers. These are the people that you go to when you're like, you know what? Fuck this regular day-to-day shit. I'm going to what's his name? Because he knows how to have a good time, and they could even live their life like, bitch, this is a party every day. What are we doing if we're not having a party? These people could also be swingers, so their dating life is very Uranus. It's very up and down. They might stay in this energy looking for that party life feeling. Anything that's like group oriented or secret groups that they kind of belong to might be evolved around swingers or people who, again, live outside of the grain when it comes to dating and having fun, play, and romance. They could feel like they have a lot of love to give, so just giving it to one person is very selfish. These people might date both sexes, not necessarily all at the same time either. But they might be interested in both sexes. So, depending on who finds their heart at what time, they can be dating a guy or another girl, girl on girl, or girl to guy, or guy on guy, or whatever. Um, so these are people who, might date or be people who believe in like what's the name? Why can't I think of the name now? Like sister wives and things of that nature. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. Um, these people don't want to be tied down. They want to be free. They want to have fun, to go and roam as they choose. Um, Again, they can be very self-centered and don't like to copy people or like to follow trends. but they love themselves more than, whatever other responsibilities that might come with life in general, or, specifically the fifth house area of life. Um, Leo is in it, Uranus is in its fall when it's in Leo because it's the opposite sign. And so it doesn't do well here. Typically, whenever you have a planet that's in its fall, there's an indication that it's going to be a lot more negative traits that they possess as opposed to the higher, more positive traits. Um, Leo also rules sex, casual sex. So again, these people might be porn stars, um, or like orgies, like group sex, um, um, and they can be very giving in bed. Um, they could want it to be, they could be a little bit more selfish, but I think, I don't know why when I think of this energy, I think of somebody who's like, wants to take the stage, and they want to show off their skills. So I do still think that as a Leo type energy, these people are very giving in bed. Um, but these are your one night standers for sure. You'd be lucky to see this type of person a second time around. Um, it also rules children. And so you could have been, a kid that was always like super into themselves, a little cocky here. Um, mm, 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 mm. Very different and out there. When I think of this as a child, Uranus and Leo child, is that you knew from the jump that they were gay. You know how some people have those kind of like gay attributes about them, not necessarily that they are gay, but they have that kind of like boastful type energy that comes through very, very strong straight out the gate. That's how I feel about Uranus and Leo type people. Again, not saying that they are actually gay, but they would have that type of stance where you knew right out the gate who they were or what they were going to be, or the things that they were into, what they weren't going to accept, but they are going to accept. They were very vocal about those types of things. Um, um, and again, I don't see these people having children. I don't. But if they do, they'd probably be the best fucking parents in the world. They'd still love and nurture, I think, and care for their children. But these would be the kids that are raised by a parent who's never fucking home. And even if they are, they're always having a party. Like, I think of right off the bat, like kids who are raised from people of fame. Every time you see a bio on a famous person, you always see the child like surrounded by like parties. There's consistently parties going on, people always in and out of the house, that kind of environment. Um, it also rules creativity, your hobbies and things that you can turn into a business. So very entrepreneurial here. However, I don't see these as very good business people. I do see them as very creative, um, but a lack of knowledge of entrepreneurship and how to sell their product and things of that nature because it's in the lower expression. But these people could be super, super talented, very creative. Um, um, yeah, definitely singers, actors, Broadway, sports, but these might be the people who never really made it to fame. Like you knew they was gonna make it. You just knew it. They were that freaking good. And they got all the accolades of it. Trust and believe. They lived as if they were fucking famous. But these are the people that might not have made it to the big screen for one or two reasons or the other. Um, yeah. I think I said that about the very erratic dating life, even if they're not all those other things, your dating life could just be like wild and never consistent, or you might feel like you never make it to the next level with anyone. Um, because you might attract people with these types of traits. So that's another way to look at this too. So as usual, family. Oh, and these people are gamblers too, by the way. As usual, family, I love and appreciate you. I hope that you got information from this. Peace.